I like the fact that regardless if you have a job, you can still get health insurance. That's a plus.
That's a big plus. That's a big plus, and almost nowhere else in the country.
That's good.
Yeah, I just, the folks that I've been able to meet and work with in Springfield, there's a lot of talent here. There's a lot of talented youth and a lot of incredibly dedicated workers, people who work for their community who are amazingly dedicated. And I've been really inspired by that here in Springfield.
What's the bus system like out here?
It would be better if it was like Amherst.
If you're
If it was like Amherst, I would have no problem with it.
Sorry, say more about that. How is the Amherst system better than?
Well, like Amherst is better. Like they got free buses and that run on point. Like that's awesome.
Big free?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There are 18 schools in this area. I would like to see them more visible, working with these community organizations. They're just here. They have outreach programs, but I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for NES. Do you have colleges working with you by any chance?
No, and every time we call, like, I do a push every year to get colleges to come in. We're in the Mason Square area. A lot of colleges don't want to come in the Mason Square area. They feel for their students that they might get hurt, or, you know, because we are an inner city agency, so it's a lot of that. And when you call, they say they have tutors that are available, but they're never available for you. Of course, everybody's gonna come because you're a university or you're a big state college, and you can afford to have something once a year and attract everybody to come, and then that makes you look like you've been doing stuff all year in the community and you really hadn't.
Springfield and Holyoke are leading in Massachusetts for the most pregnancies.
Teen pregnancy.
Yeah, teen pregnancies.
I get to school late every day.
And why?
No, I take the bus. I take the bus.
Why do you get to school late every day, do you think?
The bus driver
Gets there late?
Our technology
Aim.
is horrible.
You can't put something on
I mean, at the schools and the community centers, and a lot of the youth don't have access to a computer or internet at home.
Yeah, computers are slow at school and old.
So, I mean, right now at the Dunbar Community Center, we're trying to start a media literacy class. And, you know, just looking at how media portrays young people, positively, negatively. And it's been, we've had some good discussions and good conversations.
I want to go to college down south too, but if I stayed up here for college, there would be nowhere for me to work in Springfield, so that's why I want to move.
And can I ask a question? If you're thinking that you don't feel like you want to go to school right around Springfield because there's nowhere for you to work, would you consider going to college in Worcester, or Boston, or South Shore, or UMass Lowell, or any of the other areas of the state? Sorry? As long as no Springfield, okay.
Down south, I think the opportunities for, especially if we're talking about urban settings, I think the opportunities for people of color sometimes way greater than maybe necessarily up here in Massachusetts. I mean, I'm an older person, so these are the things I see. So young people, you may not even see or understand what I'm talking about. But for me, going down south, you know, not only the quality of life or the quality of living as far as finance is better, it's just, but also just the quality of life for people of color. It seems that there's more opportunities available, and that may not be true, but you know, that's the perception. I think even growing up when I was their age, that I saw, well, I want to go there because they have, you know, look at this business, or this person runs this, or this person's the CEO of that. And so that may be, you know, one, you know, of the reasons why some youth and young people want to go elsewhere.
I know people from different places. I'm like, yeah, they're like, where you at? I'm like, come meet me. They're like, where you at? I'm like, I'm in Springfield. I'm like, ooh, let me call you right back. And then I don't get that call back. Because why? I live in Springfield. Like, I go to school in Chicopee. I go to Porter and Chester. And it's like, some of the kids that I go to school with, they won't meet me out here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we go out and we do stuff, you know, we hang out, like, after class one night, and somebody's like, yeah, I would come get you, but you're in Springfield, so, yeah, find a ride to meet us. You know what I mean? Like, like it's bad. Like Springfield alone just has the worst name ever. Like.
I mean, yeah, that's deep. You're talking about, right, you talk to your friends from other places and they don't feel good about it, so it's hard to feel good about it if other people are saying it.
Freshman year, I had experience as a tennis team. It was one of those Mohawk trails or random schools out there that we went to, and there was a track meet the same time we had the tennis team. And so a part of tennis, the coach of the home place always said something before, and so he's going on nice stuff, and then he goes, but I'm sorry for the inconvenience that there's a track meet here. There's going to be a couple of races, so you might hear gunshots, but I know you're already used to it. Everybody just looked like, what? Like,
they say things like that.
They say it, and they're just so comfortable, and his whole team just laughed about it, like, is that okay?
Springfield. It's Springfield. There's nothing we can do. I mean, what is there, like 18 murders already? Like, broad day shootings? Like Mason Square broad day.
My name's Nathan, I'm 13 and I go to the school of New Leadership.
Talking about young people, young person's perspective, potentially going away to school versus staying here locally. You mentioned some opportunities that you have. Can you share with me some schools that you're looking at going to and what is drawing you to go there versus staying here?
I'm actually looking at Howard University. I want to major in nursing. I feel there's a lot of opportunities for me, a lot of interest, sports, jobs, everything,
I went to Howard. I loved Howard, but I also went to other schools, and I came back to Springfield for my belief in Springfield and adding what I learned in the world, bringing it back to add value to my own community. Is that something that you have in mind?
That's definitely something I have in mind. You have to give back to your community. I started here, so I'm going to end here.
Sounds good to me.
But really, you have to strive for your opportunities and stuff. No stereotypes, Springfield, Massachusetts is not really that bad. There are good people in there, and I'm one of them.
So Springfield, November 4th, 106 in Park. Keep your channel set your TiVo, and look for this beautiful face.